Okay, so I've been hearing a lot about this live action Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Man movie that people are wanting to make, or that people are wanting to, like, they want it to happen, which is a very, very strange thing to me. So if you've clicked on this video, I mean it. Here are the top three reasons. Here are the top three reasons why you should not be excited for a live action Spider-Verse movie. Number one. The Spider-Mans are too different. Now I know that's a weird thing to say. I know that's a weird thing to say. Like, I understand that. But you gotta understand, these Spider-Mans are way too conflicting in tone. How would you balance all of that stuff? Like, how would you balance how would you play a Tobey Maguire against a Tom Holland? How would that dynamic work? Like, you see, the movies are such departures from each other that it's not the Spider Verse. All right, It's not the Spider Verse. Like, the Spider Verse, the reason why it worked is, even if it's different Spider Man of different personalities coming together or whatever, whatever, singular team, singular vision, and that was they pushed that forward. But now you got to deal with Sam Raimi dynamic. You got to deal with, like, Sam Raimi's dynamic. You got to deal with Mark Webb's dynamic, and you got to deal with the new MCU dynamic. I forget the director for the or the directors for the Spider-Man for the MCU Spider-Man. But the point being is that I don't know how that's gonna play. Like, I don't see that playing well, and a lot of people are excited for it in a sense that it's gonna be playing so differently. But those Spider-Man, like Tobey Maguire, was so sad most of the time. Andrew Garfield was, according to critics, which, I mean, I don't really agree with this, but he was a supermodel half of the time, and then you got this kid in the mix. I just don't think it's going to make for very well dynamics. Oh, very well dynamics. I'm not speaking English now. Very good dynamics. I don't see that, and I don't know if you guys see that. Maybe you can let me know in the comment section down below. Again, I'm open to debate and changing my mind, but these Spider-Man are so conflicting in tone that I don't know how that's going to play on screen. Number two, it's Sony. I don't think y'all heard me. I don't think y'all heard me. It's Sony. Same people that made this, same people that made this. That's right, Sony. It's it's Sony. Like, Sony has messed up Spider-Man so to the point where people are sick of Spider-Man movies. Like, people are tired. Even the good Spider-Man movies from the MCU suffered because of Sony. I do not see Sony doing a good job with this property. Now, everybody's gonna tell me Into the Spider-Verse. Into the Spider-Verse. There's a different creative team. Like, live action, like cartoon Spider-Man, Sony's done alright. Live action Spider-Man, they have yet to prove they've been able to handle the property. And the deal that they have, which is a very stupid one, which they always have to make a reboot every 6 years or whatever, or they lose the rights. So first off, Sony needs to lose the rights anyway. Y'all make TVs and PlayStation. Y'all will be fine financially. Y'all can get another property. But the point being is that it's Sony. Is Sony gonna let this play out? Is Sony just gonna let this movie be about the Spider-Mans going into the different universes? Or are we going to get 60,000 versions of the Sinister Six? Which one do you think is more likely to happen? That we will get a solid Spider-Verse movie about the Spider-Man, or that the Spider-Man will be fighting 30,000 villains at the same time? I'll wait. Sony is they have not been good for Spider-Man, and you cannot count one win as, like, okay, like, they haven't had a losing streak. You cannot count that. And the MCU movies are the MCU movies. Sony was just a distributor. A distributor. Yeah, I can't talk now. Point is Sony just handed it out to the theaters. They didn't have any creative involvement. So, I just want to stress that if Sony is trying to pull this now, it is likely that they are going to stuff more villains in there than anybody can count. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Dude, Goblin, one of the biggest villains in the Spider-Man universe, was just there to kill Gwen Stacy and bounce. Electro. Electro is weird. He was happy. And then all of a sudden he just loses. Sony doesn't handle villains well. They haven't handled them well, and they haven't done it for a very long time when it comes to Spider-Man. So I'm not excited for that particular reason. Number 3. It's too soon. This is too soon. Come on. This is too... Spider-Man, MCU Spider-Man don't even have a trilogy yet. He got 2 movies. We're not gonna give him a 3rd movie before we try this. We're not gonna give him a 3rd movie. We just gonna jump into multiverse madness with this character. I get that. I get that this is Marvel. I get Marvel can go weird and stuff. But we still should cap off the Tom Holland trilogy before we run into that stuff. Okay? It feels like they're running out of ideas, and they're running out of ideas to make Spider-Man cool, so now they just want to throw everything at the pot to keep Spider-Man on the screen. Tom Holland will keep people in the theaters. Don't worry about that. Just cap off his movies. Finish the trilogy. Let the trilogy be done. And then we can have a look at doing multiverse madness. Like, them introducing Doctor Strange is simply to deal with the resolution that his identity kind of got revealed. Not kind of, it got revealed in the last movie. So I'm thinking they're gonna do the storyline where Spider-Man he's on the run, runs to Doctor Strange warps reality, and everybody forgets that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, basically. Which is what my thinking is for the 3rd movie, is what they're gonna do, because they've done it in the comic books before. But yeah, this thing of introducing multiversal Spider-Man now, I think it can wait. Just a little bit. And again, it is not Into the Spider-Verse. It is not the animated Into the Spider-Verse, because for one, that focuses on a totally different Spider-Man, Miles Morales. And for 2, they had a singular vision. I think they need some more time to work this out before they start shoveling such a big concept out there. Okay? We can wait. I don't think we should be overly excited for this movie. I don't think so. If it's happening. If it even is happening. But I don't think we should be excited. What do you think, fellow Thwippers? What do you think, fellow true believers? Excelsior! So I had to do it. Anyway, point being is, what do you beautiful people of Meisterville think? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you agree with me, if you disagree with me, we can have the debate, we can have the chat. Again, I'm not rooted in my beliefs, but this is how I'm feeling right now. And if you've got good counter arguments, I'm willing to hear you out, okay? I'm not the know-all, end-all, be-all of everything nerddom. But I am saying that this is not as good as we think it is, okay? It's just not. And also, I just wanted to touch on this before I close this video out. Andrew Garfield. Are we now fans of Andrew Garfield? Because I remember Andrew Garfield, everybody hated Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man for some reason. I liked him a lot. But apparently he was no good. He was just no good. So now he's good. Because of a multiversal Spider-Man event? I don't think so. Let's just be careful of what we chasing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, let me know what you're thinking in the comment section down below. Talk to Meisterman, talk to Bugmeister, talk to your boy. Alright? Look a lot. You made it to the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching the whole way through. You are spectacular. If you like this video, I got another one up here. I got a playlist down there, and you can click on my icon to subscribe. Remember to ring the bell if you do subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video, because Meisterman got to be out. Peace.